Hey, Change the World Entrepreneurs. I just wanted to come to you with a quick tip on how to track your actual sales against budget to maximize learning. Okay, so that's the goal here. I was on a call this past week with one of the companies we're invested in, and we were talking about their sales, and they've been in business now for several months. They're starting to get some real actual sales data, and they're putting that up against this beautiful budget that they had. They actually had a 3-year budget, but most importantly, the 12-month. And there's some pretty wild swings. Quite frankly, they're not hitting revenue like they thought they were, which is a totally normal thing for a startup company. You don't have data. What data? It's very hard to get your hands on data. Sometimes you're an emerging brand, an emerging category, which makes it harder to get a sense of what the forecast might be. So you're really just putting a stake in the ground on what your budget might be in terms of top line sales. And it's vitally important to track against that, especially if sales aren't coming in the way you thought they were, because you've got to adjust your expenses. So managing cash and burn rate's a totally different conversation, and I would submit it's a totally different spreadsheet, not your pro forma budget or actual to budget, which is so important. So this is an issue. If you're changing your budget number month to month, you're not learning anything. There's no learning that you could then apply to the business going forward. So let me suggest a solution here. The solution we used at some of the companies I've worked for before is called a 6+6. So first envision your fiscal year, 1 year, monthly budget, and let's just talk about net sales. And you can do this for all the different measures below, but we'll just focus on net sales. We'll call that your fiscal year budget, 12 months. As you start getting actual data month to month, let's say you're 3 or 4 months in, you should be tracking that actual sales data to the fiscal year straight up, so you're learning. And again, there's gonna be some wild swings there, up or down. At about the 6th month, once you get that 6th month in the book, then in the beginning of the 7th month, reforecast your next 6 months and reforecast it based on 6 months worth of learning. This new budget is called a 6+6. So that 6+6 budget is actuals for the first 6 months and your new projection, which should be more accurate for the next 6 months. Now you're tracking your actual sales and other numbers, but actual sales to 2 different budgets. One is the 6+6, and the second is still that original fiscal year calendar. This is vital technique. It's very cool because now at your monthly strategics, you can come together and really look at the numbers and see those wild swings and evaluate why it is you're missing or why it is you're overshooting your numbers, and learn and tighten up your projections as you go, okay? So fiscal year budget stays the same for 12 months, month to month. 6+6, 6, accurate, which will match the fiscal year because it's in the books, matches your fiscal year actual. Then 6 new months, 6+6, and then your actual number you match against both of those budgets, okay? And it's maximizing learning, and learning is so important, especially as you bring on angel investors or other investors or VC. They're gonna understand that you're a startup and you're gonna have some misses in your budget. That's understandable. What's not understandable is if you're not learning from that. So being able to report back to your key stakeholders and your employees so that they understand that you've got the bull by the horns and understand what's going on, that you're learning month to month on those sales numbers is vitally important. And I think this 6+6 is a great way to do it. So that's an idea for you. If you've got a better idea, let me know. And please let me know how you're tracking your key metrics. I'm really interested in learning. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you real soon.